offense set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. This is the tight end Fant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing... On the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. The fullback wide. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
On the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
12.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Tampa Bay.
First down, Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage.
At their own 14.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ball carrier. He was
pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On play action, it's Murray. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And it's fielded at the 34. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 10-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Haskins going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Haskins back to the air. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Devin McCourty on the
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
It's 2nd and
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Running on 1st down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Handoff to
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From midfield now, Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Murray goes underneath for Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of...
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs' 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Buccaneers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
His kick.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Broncos 19.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at at their own 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
The 11-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's Hardman to return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 49.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks.
Murray's pass. Intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Score, Broncos 26.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially